Hey, what's up, family? Welcome to the No Matter What podcast, another episode here at the ESPN Head Zone, where we all can be a family, right? If you ain't never been here, get here.
Get
My man, the
here.
proprietor, Mike Monroe, running the spot. You got a great team. They do great work. So come through, feel a part of the family, man. We're gonna make sure you get what you're looking for when you get here. But now we got a special guest, right? I told y'all that we had something new going on today, and we're gonna talk about like the other side of addiction, not the addict, but how it affects the family members, right? When the addict is active. So let me have my baby sister introduce herself to the No Matter What Nation.
Hello, I'm Mia. For those who don't know me, my Peace Home LLCs. Um, yeah, I am the little sister of grown woman, but youngest sister of Jay. Um, the No Matter What podcast. Yes,
So
brother.
hey, listen, thank you for coming. I know you're kind of nervous, right? So
I'm not, but you're welcome.
thank you. I
You're
love
welcome.
you. You always
I love you
supported
too.
me in all my efforts and my endeavors, good, better, and different.
Yes.
You've been a rock, right? So let's get right to it. Like, what? Tell me some of the stuff that I put you through, um, in my active addiction.
Well, being as though I was never alone, I started a family at a young age, which was 16. You had affected me and my children. Um, just the emotions. You come into the house nodding, want to eat up their food, cereal especially. The cereal, and everything that you did or you were doing. Thank God you're no longer there. But it was always, Mom, why Uncle Jay? Why is Uncle Jay doing this? Why does Uncle Jay come and get our food? We get up, then it's no cereal or it's not the ones they liked.
Right.
So not only, did you, but you were a rock in my family. I was a single mother, trying to raise two boys. As you know, your nephews look up to you very high, regardless to your addiction that you had once in your life. But you didn't play no games, which was good. You know, the other side of you with me, you didn't have to play no games with me, but you were very angry. You were a very angry person. Um, and I always let you get your way. I always let you get your way, but you affected me and my children. I was never alone. Like I said, I started a family at a young age, but we loved you. We loved you. So me being your sister that loved you, had love for you, all I could do is pray. Didn't know God as much as I know him now, but he turned the page for you. It wasn't a matter of our time, it was on God's time.
And so I remember you. So excuse me, like it's gonna be a little emotional,
That's
right?
all right.
Cause I really love my sister, man. She been, and I know I put her through a lot, as did the rest of my family, man. My mother, my children, their mother. But God is so good, man.
So good.
Man, you can turn a horror story into a glory story, right? And so this is the transformation, man, that happens, right, when you get on the other side of this thing, man, and you'll be able to talk about, right, the good, the bad, the ugly, right. But let's talk about the last time, right, when you came and stayed with me in Georgia, right. And you came to help me. You said he's going to come to help me get clean, right? And he's going to stay there. And then you got up and said you couldn't do it no more. You left me, right, to my own devices, right? But and you coming there, right? You found something for yourself.
Yeah.
And so, would you like to talk about that?
What I found for myself. Um.
In hopes of trying to get me clean, what happened for you?
Oh, I ended up getting clean. I ended up getting clean. Yeah, it's crazy. But when I came, you speaking of when you moved with me.
No,
When you came
when
to
you
the when I
came
came
to
down and
Georgia,
did the apartment and
right?
stuff. Yeah. It was deep. It was very heart filling. He just I mean, I was clean when I came. And I came because I went to take a class at
Mm-hmm.
my cousin's, Sky Lashes. I went to take a class for eyelashes, and her father brought him to me. And when he got there, he was sick. He was like a zombie. Like he looked like a skeleton. He looked like a skeleton. And I was like, oh my God, why you bring him? Like, what you bring him here for? I didn't need to see him like this. But I ended up staying with you for the 2 days. I think I stayed 2 days with you.
Mm.
And I just kept saying to you, like, look at me. Look what I did in my life. Come on, Jay. What you talking about? Like everything because you had your job, because you were able to supply all your needs, right? But you were hurting who was looking out for you also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything was secret, and you taught me that you can't live in secrecy. You are just as sick as your secrets. So it hurt me, but it made me feel good. And I told him, I said, listen, we could do program on the phone. We could do this on the phone. We can make this happen, brother. Let's do this. If I turn my life around, you could turn yours around. Let's do this. Oh, man, look, I don't know what you're talking about. It was like denial. But look at you. So you look at pictures of you now.
And and I was looking
But
for
I
that
never
picture,
thought
right?
I was living a secret life.
I couldn't find that picture, the one you gave me. But I remember that day when you told me, I was like, why are you bringing me? And then so when I saw that picture, right, so when I came out that day, I thought I looked good, right? I thought I looked good until I saw that picture like a year later, right? And I was like, wow, I was so dark. Like, and I thought I was already like 200 pounds, right? But I think I went below that at that point, right? I was maybe like 180, something like that, 175, right?
Right.
And that was the smallest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
But so so how you think the recovery process has been working for me thus far?
For you, you're doing great. I am so proud of you.
I appreciate that.
I am proud to say you're my brother. Before I used to be embarrassed because of what you look like. You're a handsome man. You're very intelligent. Look what your goals are. Your goals that you have set for yourself, you have achieved, and you're still going forward. Things that you didn't even imagine.
Right.
You have so many dreams that you share with people, and people take off on your dreams, and you never went forth to do anything but what you're doing now. And I'm proud of you. I'm very grateful that God has blessed me with the family that I have: mother, sister, brother, aunts, uncles. When we go through things that we go through, as I have gone with you, I have always said, man, I wish he wasn't my brother. I can't do this. Like, I'm telling you, I was torn. But me being torn, it allowed me to look in the mirror at myself to see who I was. How can I be mad at you when I ain't get my life right? So because I got my life right, came back, was able to take you to dinner, that's the pictures that I showed you, right? At the table. It was a good feeling to know I was able to do that. You see what I do now, I was able to start a business. We can do it, but God saved my life.
And so it's everybody, or a lot of people think you can only recover one way, right? Some people see recovery is just about making an active change in your attitude, your ideas and behaviors, right?
Yes.
So it don't matter which way you do it. Don't matter if you go through a program. It don't matter if you go to the Lord. It don't matter where you go or how you do it, right? It's just about being actively changing to get better, to be a better human being, to be a better individual, right? And in doing so, right, you make the people around you better. And so because I know, like when you started pouring to me, right, then I saw that, you know what I mean, I knew that was a possibility that I could start changing my life, right?
Yes.
And so that's the trickle down effect, right? Like from you see the active change in somebody else, and you see how they living, and you see how they moving, right? And then you know it's possibilities, right? And so they say lost dreams awaken, new possibilities arise.
Yes.
Like so this wasn't even a dream, right? But now it's coming to fruition, right?
Yeah.
And then when I started thinking about doing this podcast, right, everything just started happening so fast, right? And I kind of sort of, like I say all the time, put the cart before the horse. I started getting the equipment, and I didn't know which direction it was going to go. And then I took the class, and I seen there was more to it than just getting equipment, right?
That's it.
And so, and you know,
follow the program.
And I gotta say, you know, I thank my brother, man, my friend, man. He been my lifelong friend, Mike Naeem, man. He had the ESPN Hands On, man, who like always, man, always been encouraging me, man. And my brother Q, man, who always been my spiritual advisor and my sponsor, right? You know, for always pouring into me. But more so, man, you know, I gotta thank my family, man. Cause without my family, man, I'd be nothing, man. You know, my mother prayed, still
That's
praying.
God. Yeah.
You know what I mean? My sisters pray, still praying. My brother pray, and I'm gonna have to bring my brother on because you talk about anger, right? So anger is a luxury, right? That they say it's a luxury that I can't have, right? And so my anger like took me to a lot of places. You know, you would see me out here, right, arguing and fighting all the time.
All the time. All the time. Until today. And that's something, like you said, you're working on. You call me in the heatest times when things, people try to take you there.
Right.
Those who see or watch the podcast, and have love for them. Like, don't hate on them. Even if you see him accomplishing something that he put together, like he's putting, and he worked hard to do what he's doing, just changing his life, period. If you don't have nothing positive to say, don't say it. But he's going to keep going forward. He's going to keep pushing. But just your mood swing with your anger, you call me, you talk to me, and I tell you, look at what you're doing. Look, you got too much going on for yourself, to allow negative energy into your space. You can't do it. And you be like me and you right. But it don't matter though. You gotta override that.
And what's that saying when you call me? What I always say to you?
What?
It's okay.
Oh, that's the favorite line. It's okay. and I find myself doing that at my job.
Right.
And people that I take care of and places that I go. That voice of yours sticks in my mind. It's okay. It's okay. And I say that a lot too. So that's so true. But we have to override because the devil is busy. Yeah, he's out to seek, steal, and destroy us. Right. So when we know what we know, we gotta stick to it, and keep each other going.
So listen, this is called the No Matter What podcast. What does that mean to you? No matter what.
No matter what. Do not give up on your dreams, no matter what comes into pass. Whatever anybody tried to tell you you can't do. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Keep going. No matter what, you can do it. No matter what, you can do it. You could do it. Look at yourself in the mirror and know. No matter what your feelings are, keep pushing. Keep pushing. You can do it. Let your dreams.
So it's one thing that I want to touch on, right? We talked about it when we was at dinner with mommy the other day. We was talking about our father, right? Mm-hmm. A larger than life individual, right?
Yeah.
6-something stature, right? And everywhere we went, people say, "I love your father, I love your father." But that was a man who couldn't find love for himself, right?
Mm-hmm. And he told us that though. Thank God he allowed. That's why you're healing from writing a letter. If you're suffering in any type of order of your life, write it down on paper. Don't let these situations hold you back from achieving and going forward, because somebody might have passed in your life. Somebody might no longer be available to you. Somebody might be their mental state. They can have Alzheimer's. They can have any type of situation where you cannot reach them for them to give you feedback. Write your issues down on a piece of paper and read them out loud to release it. Release it out of your system. You have to get rid of things that you feel. You can't always hold people hostage in your life and in your body. You can't do it. Let that spirit be released. You can't do it. As daddy, you had to go through so much, but he was able to tell you. So these are things that you have to hold on to. What and how do you know he didn't know? Because he shared that with you.
Right.
So everything in your transition for growth and healing, you can grab everything that everything that was shared with you from the individual. And he told you, he held you on his last time that you seen him, he held you in your hand, man to man, and he told you what? He loved you. He didn't know how to he didn't have love, because the stepfather that he was raised by didn't give it to him. He shared this with us. So you have these things to hold on to and to make changes with your life. That's why you're not in the situation that you were in, because you actually was allowed to let it go. You allowed yourself to do it, and then God worked through it with you, and he held you as a father.
Mm-hmm. So listen, man, it's been a great episode, man. I appreciate my sister, man, my baby sister, my little sister.
I love you.
Mia, for coming through, man, and sharing some of her experience, strength, and hope, man. No matter what, man, don't give up, don't give in,
Don't give
keep
up, don't
going.
give in. Keep
And if
going.
you can't do it alone, but we can do it together. So we didn't say the serenity prayer at the beginning, but we're gonna say it now. And so with that, we're gonna say, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all again on the No Matter What podcast.
Everybody have a blessed day.